Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Pleasant good morning to each and everyone. It is my honor and a privilege to present to you my thesis entitled The Role of MSU as Member of Sulu Task Force and its Impact and Awareness of Stakeholders During Pandemic. I am Assistant Professor Ayesha Pesi Warid Sahyang, one of the faculty members of MSU Sulu and currently working as a graduate school secretary in the said institution. This paper is very close to my heart since I am a nurse by profession and also part of the academy. During the time of pandemic, everyone is affected globally in the different facets of life, not just in health aspect, but also in academia, in livelihood, and also in everyday transaction, even in the mode of communication. So, because of the minimum standard of health protocols, we are now in facing different mode of health modalities just to safeguard our health. That is why this paper is very timely and relevant to us in academia and also in DOH. To give you a brief background of the study, during the health urgencies, in order to address the human suffering, the government of the Philippines has taken its measures to respond from the health crisis. In the Philippines, the government has issued an EO number 168. The National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council activated the Interagency Task Force on Emerging Infectious Diseases, and it was led by the Department of Health. On April 7, 2020, Executive Secretary issued Memorandum Order which provides for the continuation of the enhanced community quarantine and stringent of social distancing measures, particularly in the metropolitan areas like Luzon. In this matter, the Commission on Higher Education, the CHED, issued an advisory to all educational institutions in the country. The higher educational institution continues to work from home except for frontline service provider, such as the processing of salary, janitorial services to clean and disinfect facilities, and offices, and also security services. That is based on CHED COVID-19 Advisory Number 6, 2020. In Sulu particular, the local government created Sulu Task Force COVID-19 in order to craft guidelines and contingency plan to manage COVID-19, its entry to the province of Sulu. And then on March 2020, the province of Sulu was under suspension and lockdown of all incoming sea transport, passenger and vessel. Then it also the suspension of class and school activities in all levels, both public and private, per memorandum order of the Office of the Governor. My paper is anchored in the theoretical health promotion model, wherein it described the multidimensional nature of person as they interact within their environment to pursue health, and notes that each person has a unique personal characteristic and experiences that affect subsequent action. Accordingly, health promotion model is defined as behavior motivated by the desire to increase well-being and actualize human potential. Thus, role of MSU Sulu as member of Sulu Task Force COVID-19 has a significant effect on the impact of the stakeholders, to the faculty, the students, and it's also in the administrative employees. The statement of the problem of my paper have crafted 8 questions, but in order to present to you with limited time given to me, that I have just chosen 3 of important statement of the problem of my paper. So, number 1 is, what is the role of MSU Sulu as member of Sulu Task Force COVID-19 during pandemic? Number 2 is, what is the impact of COVID-19 among faculty of MSU Sulu? And is there a significant difference between the impact of COVID-19 to the faculty when grouped according to age, gender, educational attainment, professional status, and length of service? There is also an hypothesis of the study which is stated in null, that there is no significant difference between impact of COVID-19 to the faculty when grouped according to age, gender, educational attainment, professional status, and length of service. This paper believed to be significant to the following agencies. Number 1 is to the Department of Health. The data that can be utilized in formulating strategies in order to give feedback on the DOH program, especially on the minimum standard health protocols. This is very also significant in the academic institutions since we are affected by the COVID-19 and we have to follow the CHED Memorandum Order of Limited face-to-face contact. So this impact result of the study is also a basis wherein it could actually tell us that what is the impact of the COVID-19 to the faculty, since the mode of strategies of teaching have been shift to blended flexible learning modalities. And this is also very significant to stakeholders like faculty, community, and also to the students. And lastly, this is very significant to the future researchers who have also wanted to make a research paper related or relevant to the COVID-19 in academic institution. The research design of my study is correlation research design using quantitative method. Specifically, it will describe the research paper based on the data without manipulation or control over the variables. It is simply an attempt to determine and describe and identify what is the phenomenon or what is happening. The study was conducted in the higher educational institution in Sulu, specifically Mindanao State University Sulu, located at Holo, Sulu. And at present, the chancellor is Dr. Nadir Abdurrahman. The respondent of my study were the following. There were 111 and there were 30 faculties, 55 students, and 26 administrative employees from security sectors to cashier, staff, and janitorial utility. Sampling procedure. The study have utilized convenience sampling wherein the 111 respondents was surveyed based on their availability and convenience. And due to time and limited face-to-face, only administrative employees were available but limited in number. This is also same with the faculty with designation who is around the campus, and also to the medical aligned students. That is why majority of them were nursing students who are available at the time of data gathering. Then the objective of my study, number 1, is to identify the role of MSU Sulu as member of Sulu Task Force. Then number 2 is to determine the impact of COVID-19 among faculty of MSU Sulu. And the third one is to identify if there is a significant difference in the impact of COVID-19 to the faculty when grouped according to age, gender, educational attainment, professional status, and length of service. Okay. After gathering the data utilizing the survey questionnaire, the data is presented and analyzed to show a significant information in the survey conducted. Moreover, this chapter also presents the impact and to the faculty. Number 1, role of MSU as member of Sulu Task Force Pandemic. So, in the table 1, in overall mean, using mean as the statistical method in order to draw the analysis, it revealed that the 4.61 majority of the faculty have strongly agreed on the role of MSU as member of the Sulu Task Force. The data shows that the role of MSU is very relevant to Sulu Task Force COVID-19, especially in minimizing and preventing mortality by effectively managing and capacitating the healthcare or the government. As cited by Wang 2021, during the COVID-19 crisis, school heads are expected to be more flexible in managing school resources to keep up with the frequent changing guidelines and circumstances. In the case of MSU Sulu, the chancellors and academe is a member of Sulu Task Force COVID-19, which helped the other members of the government agency to conceptualize strategies and protocols to augment the existing implemented minimum health standards to attain condition of the faculty. In the table 2, the impact of COVID-19 among faculty of MSU Sulu. Overall, there is a 3.9, which means there is a high impact of COVID-19 to the faculty. The table shows that the 3.9 mean with descriptive equivalent of high impact have a high effect on faculty. Then table 3 presents the significant difference between the impact of COVID-19 to the faculty when grouped according to age, gender, educational attainment, professional status, and length of service. There is no difference between the impact of COVID-19 of faculty when grouped according to age. So, the null hypothesis is not accepted. There is no significant difference between the impact COVID-19 when grouped according to gender. So, this was analyzed using t-test. There is no impact of COVID-19 to the faculty when grouped according to educational attainment, professional status, to the length of service. In conclusion, in the light of these findings, the study concluded that majority of the admin employees is strongly agree in all items of the role of MSU Sulu COVID-19. There was an impact of COVID-19 among faculty of MSU Sulu, which means to have a high effect on faculty, but there is no significant difference between the impact of COVID-19 to the faculty when grouped according to age, gender, educational attainment, and professional status and length. There is also recommendation of the study. The research recommended that the DOH may explore an option of face-to-face classes once majority of the population are vaccinated without compromising the minimum health standards. An academe like MSU institution may adopt the face-to-face class once the faculty and admin employees are fully vaccinated. That would be all. Thank you.